Shocking. Lucas gets dragged on Reddit. So last week on his Wreaking Havoc podcast, Lucas Botkin did a show about what's wrong with internet marketing in the firearms industry. And guess who it featured? Our buddy PSR. Which, ironically enough, he has no idea he's our buddy. Maybe he does now though, who knows? Anyhoozle, at the end of the video, he pretty much calls him out for his quote-unquote childish behavior.
The video starts in 3, 2, 1.
Some of you might be asking who's Lucas Botkin if you've been living under a rock for the last however many years it's been. I'm Lucas Botkin. You may remember me from such features as my skinny jeans are too tight to run in tactical gear and how to speed up your shooting in YouTube videos 101. What Lucas is saying is he knows exactly how to gatekeep the entire firearms industry, essentially split it into two camps, those who take themselves quote unquote seriously and those of us who do not. Nobody likes you. And the people that defend you tolerate you, and you should apologize to them for wasting their oxygen. Because seriously, they have to defend you constantly.
And that includes all the sex sells marketing that we see. It's definitely not something that we believe here at T-Rex Arms. That is not something that is classy.
Here he talks about how sex sells marketing and like stuff that I do.
Pause.
You know, like comedy, well, call it whatever you want. Satire, comedy, terrible, whatever. He's saying what we all do here is not helping the Second Amendment cause in the least bit, because the Second Amendment is supposed to be so deadly serious that nobody can have fun ever. Fun is not allowed. Lucas is literally the fun police. He also says it's not classy. I mean, come on, dude. Going on Instagram and tossing around slurs, that's not classy. I don't think you get to talk at all about what class is, pal.
And what ensues after that are just weird posts that don't align, and just weird content and presentation of messaging that doesn't align with that company's product. You know, a high-end military issue optic or a high-end firearms, whatever it happens to be. And so,
oh my God, you see what he's going for? You see what he's going for? These should only be allowed to the high-end shooters, the serious shooters in the market that take themselves so seriously, because God forbid somebody poses artistically or stylistically with a voodoo optic rifle, because that voodoo is meant only for the serious shooters. You cannot have one if you're not a serious shooter. Sponsors are a good thing. Sure, I'll tell you all about the stuff that I love. You guys know CMMG is a sponsor for a reason. They make dope stuff. I'm sure that there's a segue into a sponsor read right about now. CMMG, the makers of the Mark 47, the Dissect, the Banshee, and now the ban state compliant BR4. The BR4 combines the traditional feel of a rifle with the modern tactical look for older generations and those stuck behind enemy lines. Complemented with the zero drop-in trigger system, you have zero reason not to check out CMMG. You can use the code Tundra10 for 10% off your purchase. Now, we can't mention where to use that code, but I think most of you can figure that out on your own. Oh, and don't forget to ask them when all their products will be available in Tactical Midnight Unicorn Cerakote.
some entertaining and interesting content surrounding firearms, I believe, can be beneficial. But that can also, I believe, fall the other direction and just become debaucherous and I would say basically disrespectful of what firearms are for.
Lucas here claims to know exactly the ratio, the amount of entertaining content to display on the internet versus the amount of silly content, or the serious content. Yeah, get bent, nerd. I'm gonna party hardy and take my pants off if I want to. You're not even my real dad. We've been accused of being kind of gateway lords ourselves. I don't know if that's actual terminology, but because we're usually so negative, or we're usually roasting, comedically and satirically roasting products, people, whole sections of the firearms industry, people are arguing that the first time that they see it, the first thing that they see is us making fun of each other, well, then they're just going to bounce out and they're going to leave. I think that's pretty unfair, because let's look at every hobbyist industry. Do you like cars? Do you like electronics? Heck, do you like video game consoles? Try saying one is better than the other, or as a new fan of that community, you're just gonna get it anyways.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
We're making fun of that. We're making fun of the fact that it exists. Lucas is trying to make it exist, and that's dumb.
Dumb is causing him to be dumb.
But yes, that is ultimately what a firearm is supposed to be used for. None of us are ever gonna debate that. What we are gonna debate is the fact that it doesn't need to be so singularly purposed. It can be used for, dare I say, entertainment purposes, for taking somebody out and introducing them to the sport and the art and the hobby and the pastime of shooting, developing memories with your family. I guess I can't have fun with my grandpa anymore. It has to be serious. And of course, it does need to be taken seriously. I'm not saying you should take guns not seriously. That's dumb. Don't listen to people like this. Have an open mind. Enjoy your time. Be responsible, right? Have fun and be safe. You can do all of those things and still take firearms ownership seriously. Shocking, I know. Crazy, I know. But it can happen.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Nobody takes you seriously. And the people that do, Jesus Christ, talk about humanity's lowest common denominator.
While you might be tempted to, watch the childish entertainment stuff,
Like PSR.
just remember who you're supporting.
Which is why we support PSR in this whole call out YouTube spat thing. So the attack on our buddy PSR, who is known for making anonymous, silly content about a relatively spicy topic, that I don't got the balls to cover that here. I'm sorry, PSR, great on you, man. I'll watch your stuff. You let me know how it goes and whatever I can do to help, because holy smokes, I love this guy's content. It's the best.
I got a DM from a couple of my followers on Instagram who sent me a screenshot of a thumbnail for an upcoming video on Lucas Botkin's T-Rex Arms channel. So I was like, I'll check it out. So I saw the thumbnail and it's just me with the pink Glock, the meme that kind of went viral of me shooting the pink Glock.
Still one of the greatest shooting memes of all time, ladies and gentlemen. It's goated, confirmed. Tundra goat. That's the wrong kind of goat, Cushion. Take that off the screen.
Don't think that he's putting me in this video on the thumbnail as a, hey, this is exactly what you want to do. Because I'm pretty familiar with some of Lucas Botkin's opinions. He's a very opinionated dude. I was thinking, you know what, probably not going to be a positive take on my content and what I do.
I mean, I don't get what Lucas's problem with the industry is at this point. That's what these people like, man. Like, the internet tells you what the trends are. You follow those trends. People like it. That's what the businesses are there for.
That's something that I believe is actually a much worse problem, because the average person who doesn't understand firearms is going to see that, and that's how they're going to view firearms. That's going to be the paradigm by which they view firearms, is for that crazy, entertaining, like wild content that's fun to watch, and not, oh, this is a serious item that can be used to save life and take life, and I should see it that way.
I don't get the issue here. It looks like he's having a good time. It doesn't look like he's being disingenuous, trying to hawk off some garbage onto you guys. It looks like it's a blast, to be perfectly honest, in my opinion. So once again, Lucas, I don't get what the problem is, bud. I think you gotta cool your jets.
So when it comes to my content, guys, I think one of the reasons why you guys watch is you enjoy the entertainment aspect. I've always wanted there to be a fun, lighthearted element to my videos. I don't want it to be too serious. I have a variety of tones when it comes to how I present my stuff. A lot of it is silly, a lot of it is fun, a lot of it is more entertaining and more comedic than, let's say, Lucas's videos, which is fine. And there's a time and place for all of that content, in my opinion. Great thing about the world, there's tons of things for us to consume. There's tons of people for us to meet. That's the beauty of the world, in my opinion. When there's just one flavor of something and nothing else to choose from, it's pretty fucking boring, guys.
Honestly, that's one of the hottest freaking takes that I have heard in relation to any argument about tactical tube, right? I'm not saying tactical tube's a bad thing, by the way.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That is not what I said. I enjoy a lot of that stuff. What I am saying is PSR is making a very compelling argument for why variety is nice. What's the saying? It's the spice of life.
to wrap it up, guys, I just want to say this. What you choose to watch is your decision. I would not have a YouTube channel if there weren't people that enjoyed my content. So I'm going to keep making content for you to enjoy if you're watching this video and you like my stuff. I'm not going to stop this channel. I'm not gonna stop 3D printing. I'm not gonna stop having fun with guns. So I am so sorry. Also, one thing I saw on Twitter was Lucas kind of doubling down and saying homosexual stuff in videos, it doesn't belong at all in gun YouTube.
Lucas, do you want to talk to me at all about how like homoeroticism and all of that stuff isn't acceptable in the firearms community? Have you watched your videos lately? It's genuinely shocking. And let me tell you something, you are appealing to a certain crowd, if I do say so myself. I bet you some folks have got your poster up on their wall right now. How does that make you feel?
I don't know about you guys, but the homoerotic humor in the Fleshlight videos, it's just that, it's humor, and yeah, of course, it's a little homoerotic. Was there a lot of Jackass homoeroticism when we watched Jackass back in the day and I thought it was hilarious? Yeah, sure.
For those of us with soul that grew up in that time frame, we laughed at a lot of that crummy and dirty humor. Well, guess what? It's still freaking funny, nerds. I love it. You love it. And no matter what he wants to admit, Lucas loves it too. For somebody who seems to not like the LGBTQ folks very much, he sure is obsessed with all of the different words associated with them. Hey, wouldn't you love to know the community actually bonded together for once? Good for you guys in dragging our boy Lucas for this one. Holy smokes, pal. All right, listen, we're gonna wrap this video up. It's gone on long enough, but here are my final points, I guess. This industry, guys, it's for everybody. Despite what Lucas wants you to believe, and despite the small percentage of the industry that thinks that way and thinks in terms of gatekeeping, we don't believe in that here, man. We like to make a joke about gatekeeping, and that's all it is. The things that we do here are bits. They're funny jokes that we play on the industry for people like Lucas, who obviously it goes over their heads that these jokes are directed at them. Here's the ultimate point. The most anti-gun ticket in history is running for president. Folks, we've got to focus on advocating for our rights as a group, not as fractioned pieces of a greater whole. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can fight YouTube trying to shut the channel down, and we'll see you in the next video. Later, folks.